Ladies and gentlemen, Sports Guy Show is here, also known as Shaked Bardal. Today is January 21st, 2025. Right now it's 7:24 as I'm recording it. Tuesday night, Tuesday evening. I hope everyone is staying warm. It's right here in Charlotte where I'm recording it. It's snowing pretty heavily, and I know it snowed earlier in a blizzard in New Orleans, in Atlanta, in Columbia, in Jacksonville, in Valdosta, in Tallahassee, in Birmingham, and I know it's about to snow in Charleston, South Carolina. So I hope everyone is staying warm, safe, and having a great Tuesday evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's video is talking about the AFC divisional round. In my prediction, who will advance to the Super Bowl from the AFC between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. And the Chiefs winning pretty easily over the Houston Texans on Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, to be precise. Then we had on Sunday the classic game between the Ravens and the Bills. The Ravens were the third seed, the Bills were the second seed. That game was at Orchard Park in Buffalo. The game between the Chiefs and the Texans were the fourth seed, the Chiefs were the one seed. Regarding the first game, Chiefs versus Texans, perfectly clear. The officials were terrible in that game, and perhaps they helped the Kansas City Chiefs. No question about that. But at the same time, the officials, then why CJ Stroud was taken down so many times. The reason why Joe Mixon didn't have a great of a game as he did the week earlier against the Chargers. The Chiefs. But the officials always kicker to miss a field goal, to miss extra point. So let's put everything in perspective. Did the referees help Kansas City? Absolutely, they did. But were the referee the reason why the Texans lost? No, not really. And if the Texans are saying they lost because of the officials, you have to look yourself in the mirror. Because the last I saw, the officials weren't the reason back so many times why the Texans offensive line was really bad. That is, so the Chiefs won. The Chiefs advanced to the AFC Championship games. Then we had a great game. Absolutely classic, as I predicted in my earlier video, divisional round. And the Bills won by 2 points, 27-25. Ravens had the chance to tie the game, force overtime, potentially with a minute and a half left in the game. But All-Pro Ravens tied in. Mark Andrews dropped a very easy 2-point conversion attempt. The onside kick, and they took a kneel down and won the game. Advanced to the AFC Championship game rematch from a couple of years ago against the Chiefs. So in that game, Ravens played pretty well. They did. So did the Bills. And sure, a lot of the blame will be put on Mark Andrews, and rightly so. But also, Mal Jackson wasn't as he used to be. His defense played slightly better than the Ravens' defense. Josh Allen played slightly better than Lamar Jackson. game, a classic game, and you don't want either team to lose in this type of a game. And I feel terrible for Mark Andrews, and I just want to say it up front. If the Ravens dare Mark Andrews, I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, that a lot of teams will jump right ahead and sign Mark Andrews. I can guarantee you that. Because honestly, outside of George Kittle, 49ers tied in, All Pro tied in, and Travis Kelce, is a better tight end than Mark Andrews. So I give the edge to George Kittle. And don't get me wrong, a great tight end in between that. After that, my opinion, the third best tight end in the NFL right now, without a doubt, is Mark Andrews. So if the Ravens decide to release Mark Andrews, I can guarantee you so many teams will line up to sign Mark Andrews. I can guarantee you that. Now, let's talk about the AFC Championship game. Rematch. Bills against the Chiefs. I was almost going to say Ravens because they nearly won, but they did not. So, Chiefs playing against the Bills. Both teams are familiar with one another. The Bills were the only one of the two teams who defeated the Chiefs earlier this season. We can say only one because final game of the regular season, the Chiefs had nothing to play for. They played with the backup players against Denver. Denver had to win the game to clinch a playoff spot. The game against the Bills, the Chiefs played with the entire starting lineup. And yet, they lost the game. Close one to the Bills. This game is in Kansas City. This is a rematch. A couple of years ago, AFC Championship game, where the Bills had been for the standard overtime rules that we have right now. Score a touchdown in the playoff, first possession, the opponent get the ball back with the chance to score. And then after that is sudden death period overtime. But we didn't have that when they played a couple of years ago. And basically the Chiefs score, the Bills did not get possession, Chiefs went on in advance. One another very, very well. Let's start with the receiving groups. I give it to the Chiefs, in part because of Travis Kelce, who is, in my opinion, a much better tight end than Dalton Knox. No disrespect to Knox, he's having a good season, very good season, but Travis Kelce is a couple of levels above him. That is okay. We have Travis Kelce, but where I give the edge, receiving wise, to the Chiefs, Xavier Wardy. He's extremely fast. He's fast as a road runner. He can probably outrun a road runner. Is that fast, ladies and gentlemen. And that is a big X factor that the Bills don't have. They have fast wide receiver, very fast, but not as fast as Xavier Wardy, which you can line up running back, wide receiver. So many position wide out you can line him up. That is big X factor. Defense. They have on one end one phenomenal Hall of Famer for the Chiefs, Chris Jones. You have a great linebacker, Nicole Botman, for the Chiefs. You have a good secondary. You have a good edge rusher beside Chris Jones. You have one of the best defensive coordinator in entire football, Steve Stankolia. Have for the Bills, you have Van Miller, you have Chris Bashan, the great Greg Rousseau, you have pretty good linebacker, you have great safety, Lamar Emton, Lamar Emin, in Taron Johnson, the cornerback. So you have good defense against good defense. You have Chief defense against the Bills offense led in by offensive coordinator Joe Brady, MVP quarterback Josh Allen. You have pretty good running back in Jalen Cook. You have good wide receiver, Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, Kenyon Coleman. Pretty good tight end in Dalton Knox and Dalton Kincaid. You have a good offensive line. So, game coming down to, it's going to be a team where I believe the Chiefs have the edge. And then the big question is, can the Buffalo Bills protect Josh Allen and protect and keep Jones away from causing trouble and reaching to Josh Allen's face? And can the Bills run the ball and the Chiefs, who are one of the best run defense in entire football? It's going to be a chess match. Joe Brady, Bills offense against Steve Sangolia, Chiefs defense. Who is going to win it? No, both teams have MVP and superstars. Both teams have great coaches. McDonald for the Bills, Andy Reid for the Chiefs. The game down to special team, and like I said, I truly believe who is going to win the game. If you're the Bills, you can keep Chris Jones away from Josh Allen. You have a pretty good chance of winning the game. Now, if you're the Chiefs and you can keep Patrick Mahomes, clean packet, and you can get Travis Kelce, DeAndre Atkins open, you have success running the ball with Ajay Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, you have a pretty good chance of winning the game. If you're going to be looking at the high scoring game, you tell this, both teams. And my prediction, Buffalo Bills will prevail and will advance to the Super Bowl 34-31. Buffalo Bills will win. And as a fine prediction, Josh Allen will score the go-ahead touchdown to advance the Buffalo Bills to the Super Bowl. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the AFC video. Tomorrow night, video. And then, next week, talk about who is going to win show. Who is going to win the Super Bowl? Make sure to tell everyone to subscribe. Enjoy it. Leave me a comment below. In Chiefs or Ravens. For 3 seconds. 1,